Hi, and welcome to the August 2022 Bourne Review. I'm Susan Barlow. First, for some headline news and announcements. Did you miss out on some of the best free cheeseburgers and hot dogs around? Well, National Night Out was a big success. Bourne Police hosted National Night Out on August 2nd. A variety of first responders representing a wide range of government agencies from local, county, and the state level were at Buzzards Bay Park along with their very cool vehicles that kids enjoyed climbing around on. The Recreation Department organized some fun games, including a fun water balloon toss that our new Chief of Police, Brandon Esip, took part in.
I got it! All right, everyone in, take one step back. Oh my gosh, if your balloon pops, you are out. Ready? Pop. One step back. Ready? Pop. No, I missed. Let's go. Yeah. We're so close.
August 30th was the first day back to school, and Bourne PD asks us to remember that if the red lights are flashing, you must immediately stop, even if you are traveling in the opposite direction of a bus, unless you are on a divided highway. Additionally, you must stay back at least 100 feet from any bus. Starting today and continuing through the first few weeks of the school year, additional officers will be following and monitoring the bus routes to ensure motorists are operating safely. Canal Day in beautiful Buzzards Bay Park will be held on September 17th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The event is free and open to the public. You can enjoy live music at the gazebo, craft beer and wine is under the pavilion, and several food trucks offer a variety of food items. Loads of arts and craft vendors' booths will encircle the park. There's face painting and other activities for children. Bring your chair and enjoy a variety of music and foods and fun. You can register online for the 5K road race and for the Cape Cod Canal Day Cornhole Cup, a tournament which has a first place prize of $250 and a second place prize of $100 and a trophy. Cornhole is one of the most popular outdoor games in the United States. Legend has it that a 14th century cabinet maker by the name of Matthias Cooperman created the game after watching kids toss rocks into a nearby groundhog's hole. Cooperman determined a bag of corn was much safer for children to throw than stones. Bourne has lifted its 20-year moratorium on new docks and piers. The Bourne Conservation Commission voted to amend regulations to now allow docks and piers in velocity and flood zones. Most of our coastline is a velocity zone, but the proposed location must be protected by some sort of landform from high seas and winds, etc. Since the announcement, the Department of Natural Resources has been very busy with inquiries. The Bourne Braves are this year's champions of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Congratulations! For more info, visit capecodbaseball.org. Poll workers have been busy manning the polls at the Bourne Community Building during early voting. In-person early voting began on Saturday, August 27th and ran through Friday, September 2nd. Election Day is the day after Labor Day, September 6th. Bourne's own Kathy Fox Alfano is running as a write-in candidate for state representative in the 3rd Barnstable District. Incumbent David Vieira of Falmouth was running unopposed. The Upper Cape Women's Coalition has endorsed Mrs. Fox Alfano for the position. She is currently chair of Bourne's Wastewater Advisory Committee and chairwoman of the Jonathan Bourne Public Library Board of Trustees. Interested in learning something new? If you are 50 years or older, the Academy for Lifelong Learning might be of interest to you. They have some very interesting topics. Visit capecodall.org to see the course catalog. The membership fee is $105 per person for the whole semester. There is a wide range of classes from philosophy to origami to climate change and even the Third Reich. In-person classes will meet at Cape Cod Community College, and some classes will meet by Zoom. Here's an update on striper fishing in the canal by East End Eddie Doherty. Mr. Doherty is a retired Massachusetts District Court Clerk Magistrate appointed by the late Governor A. Paul Cellucci, author of 7 Miles After Sundown about surf casting the Cape Cod Canal for striped bass, columnist for the Bourne Enterprise and contributor to several newspapers and magazines.
So we're here at Patuxet on the Cape side of the Cape Cod Canal, and we've got a east rising tide this morning. It was good fishing. About an hour ago I caught 4 striped bass, and just about 10 minutes ago I caught a nice sized bluefish. So fishing has been phenomenal on the canal. It's been improving dramatically, especially in the last couple of weeks. We've had surface blitzes almost every morning on an east tide. Striped bass. There were a lot of big bluefish in the canal, but now we have striped bass accompanying them, so they're everywhere. You can hear the striped bass in the morning slurping up the peanut bunker off the surface, and the beautiful sound of broad tails slapping the top of the water. People who don't even fish, people out for a walk pushing baby carriages along the service road, have stopped just to watch the show because it's been incredible, the water ripping up. So some notable catches during that time. John Doble caught a couple of slot fish. Slots are 28 inches to less than 35, and he got into a surface bite with his guppy jobo, his yellow jobo, and then later he caught a 20-pounder off the bottom with a green mac fish lab. And of course John is a great fisherman, a nice professional photographer, a nice guy, and he's a retired detective from the Bourne Police Department, so he used to catch criminals for a living, now he catches fish. So, and then another local guy, Todd Benedict, caught a nice fish down at the West End, and he's from Monument Beach. He didn't measure or weigh the fish, but experienced guys who were there said that it was well north of 30 pounds. Most people thought it was about 35 pounds. So Todd caught that with an old standby cotton cordell, silver and blue, loaded. And congratulations to him. It's one of the best fish this year. And I was fishing here at Patuxet the last few days, and I caught 5 stripers one day. 3 of them were slots. Then yesterday 3 bluefish, and today 4 stripers and 1 bluefish. And 3 of the stripers today were slots. The biggest one was 37 inches. The guy next to me, Remy Lobo from Yarmouth, caught a bunch of nice fish, including a 30-pounder that he caught on a Patrick Sebile bunker imitation. Patrick Sebile makes great lures. His new company is Band of Anglers, and he uses all quality components, rings and hooks and beautiful paint jobs, and so Remy caught it on that. And then down further towards the Bourne Bridge, Bill and the Grill Prudo caught some nice fish, a couple of 35-inch fish on an east tide. And I was fishing the other day with Joe England on the other side, on the mainland side, and Joe's a great fisherman. We weren't catching anything, so Joe's daughter, Lisa, decided to do a reconnaissance mission. She jumped on her powered bike, rode down the surface road looking for fish, and she found some breaking, so she called her father, and Joe and I went down there, and Joe landed a 30-inch slot. So that was nice. That was a nice family effort, family teamwork that paid off. And guys at the Sagamore Bridge have been doing well too. All the way down to the East End, Zach Baker caught a 23-pounder on a white fish lab. And the very next day, Kenny Nevins, who's also from Sagamore Beach, Zach's from Sagamore Beach, I'm not sure if I said that, but anyways, they're both from Sagamore Beach, and Kenny catches a fish the very next day in the same spot with the same lure, a white fish lab, and he weighed it. It was 29 pounds. That's a real nice fish. but we found out that Kenny's scale was defective, and it probably weighed a lot more than that. And I have to weigh myself on that scale. But anyways, so it's been great here. The fishing's been phenomenal. A lot of bait fish. There's mackerel in the canal. There's silver size, but mostly peanut bunker. That's really what they're focusing on. And one guy we won't see around for a little while is Bill Walsh. He's a hot ticket. He's from Rosendale. He's a great canal rat. Well, Bill had to go to the doctor because he needs an operation for some sun damage to his skin. So the doctor did the consultation and was scheduling an appointment for Bill, and he said, "Do you have any questions, Bill?" Well, Bill said, "Bill, I got one question, doctor." He said, "Can we put off the operation until after the fall run of stripers?" But the doctor said no, of course. But get well soon, Bill, and we'll see you in the canal before you know it. So, you know, I was thinking the other day of Ron Ara, a great fisherman, great author. Ron is the first guy to cast across the canal. Now, the shortest distance in the canal from one side to the other is 480 feet. I'm not sure where Ron made that cast from, but it was obviously at least 480 feet. That's a long way when you're thinking about it. That's more than a football field and a half. It's a football field and a half and a first down. It's a long, long distance. So it was amazing that he was able to do that. I was speaking at a seminar at the convention center in Rhode Island, and he came to the seminar. He's sitting in the first row. I was honored to have him there, so I introduced him to the crowd. And every time I look across the canal, I think about that accomplishment. It's really incredible. Not only he was the first, but there aren't many people who could do that. So he's one of a few. So I just want to tell you that when I worked at the courthouse, I worked in the court system. I worked at the Attleboro Court for 18 years, and then Governor Slucci appointed me clerk magistrate of the Wrentham District Court. May he rest in peace. So I retired a few years ago, and on my last day on the job, Michelle Kelly was assistant clerk magistrate that I appointed, great person, and so she knew that I'd be fishing almost every day for striped bass, and that we had 5 healthy grandchildren, my wife and I, for retirement, which is great, and most of those kids are in diapers. And so Michelle coined the phrase that my retirement was going to be all about stripers and diapers. So on my last day, she gave me a shirt. It said retirement, stripers and diapers. And Bill Madden, who's a detective prosecutor for the Walpole Police, great prosecutor, great Marine, guy you'd want to have in a foxhole with you. Bill Madden saw that it said stripers and diapers, and he quickly quipped, "Let's hope the stripers weigh more than the diapers." So anyways, I'm going to give you a tip of the month. I've got a bad back, so I made this seat cushion to put on top of rocks in the canal. And what it is a buddy of mine sent me a crate of oranges from Florida, and they come in this foam rubber surrounding the oranges, holes in it with each orange sitting in there to protect the oranges. So I took the foam rubber out, I folded it in half, I stuffed it into a plastic bag, a little bag like you get in a convenience store, and I taped it up, and just to prevent the foam rubber from getting wet in the rain. And this is a reel cover, and it's used to protect the reel when you're traveling. It has holes on both ends, so you can stick your rod in here and not actually take the reel off the rod. And so it's a reel cover you can get at a tackle shop. It has a zipper on it. So I unzipped it. I shoved that plastic bag in here with the foam rubber. I zipped it up. I attached a split ring with a carabiner, and I just clipped that on my surf bag. And it doesn't add any weight to the bag because it's very light anyways. And when my back gets sore from casting, I have to take a break in between so many casts. I just put that on top of a rock and sit down. It's really convenient. It's really nice. So you might want to make one of those. So until next time, be safe and catch a big one. This is East End Eddie on the Cape Cod Canal.
Monument Beach Playground has a new Little Free Library for children. Created and installed by Girl Scout Maggie Shea of Troop 62919 in Bourne for her Silver Award. The Silver Award is the second highest award a Girl Scout can earn and the highest in her age group. The Bourne Society for Historic Preservation, along with the Jonathan Bourne Public Library and the Abtuxet Garden Club, was celebrating summer with Books and Blooms at the Briggs McDermott House Guests could stroll through the historic Briggs McDermott House to view themed book displays and floral arrangements created by members of the Garden Club. In the Forge, homegrown flowers and produce were on display. Now for our top stories. On August 9th, Environmental Partners held an update on the development of a comprehensive wastewater management plan for Bourne, known as the CWMP. Environmental Partners is an engineering consulting firm hired by the town to find ways to reduce nitrogen pollution that is damaging our bays and estuaries. Bourne is not alone. The nitrogen problem is challenging to all Cape Cod towns. Nitrogen pollution is due mainly to our traditional Title V septic systems that were not designed specifically to remove nitrogen. Nitrogen from septic systems accounts for approximately 80% of the watershed nitrogen load, with stormwater and fertilizers accounting for the remainder of the locally controllable nitrogen pollution. It is estimated that traditional Title V septic systems only reduce about 20 to 30% of nitrogen entering the ground. Stormwater runoff also contributes to nitrogen pollution in our waterways, and environmental partners are suggesting bioretention areas and rain gardens to reduce runoff as part of a stormwater best management practices. The Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection has established or will establish the total maximum daily limit, TMDL, of nitrogen for each embayment. A total maximum daily limit is a calculation of the maximum amount of a pollutant that a water body can receive and still meet water quality standards. Environmental Partners emphasized that this presentation was to present an alternatives analysis to the board and sewer commissioners and the public for consideration, and nothing definite was being proposed. For this presentation, the possible alternatives did not include the Buzzards Bay Coalition's proposed multi-town outfall pipe discharging 3.5 to 10 million gallons daily of treated wastewater into the canal, nor were projected costs or funding for these solutions part of this presentation. The Megansett-Skateeg Harbor has exceeded its total maximum daily limit of nitrogen, and installation of innovative alternative septic systems, known as IA systems, has been suggested for that watershed. Phineas Harbor has also exceeded the TMDL. Other watersheds discussed were Buttermilk Bay, Pecasset Harbor, and the Pecasset River. These watersheds have not been assigned a TMDL by the EPA. So although we know these locations need to have a reduction in nitrogen, we don't have the TMDL to tell us exactly how much nitrogen reduction is necessary. Town Administrator Marlene McCullum is contacting the Mass Department of Environmental Protection to request the TMDL so we know how much nitrogen reduction needs to happen in these watersheds. IA systems do remove some nitrogen, and at the Massachusetts Alternative Septic System Test Center, located out on Joint Base Cape Cod, they test new high-performance IA systems that remove significantly more nitrogen than earlier IA designs. The new high-performance IA systems remove 90 to 95% of nitrogen. Small localized sewer treatment plants called packaged wastewater treatment plants are another alternative to large-scale town-wide sewering. Bourne already has several of these packaged plants, such as the new plant behind the Bourne Police Station, at Brookside Condominiums, the Bourne Middle School, the Pecasset Trailer Park, and the Kingman's Marina area. Sarah Molyneux of the Conservation Law Foundation spoke at the Pecasset Water Quality Coalition's annual meeting on August 18th and said that the DEP needs to define a new category of high-performance, innovative alternative systems. Currently, the amount of nitrogen reduction by an IA system recognized by the DEP is significantly lower than what these new high-performance systems can actually provide. Senator Susan Moran also spoke at the Pecasset Water Quality Coalition's meeting and discussed possible upcoming changes to Title V by the DEP. Future Title V regulations may require all septic systems to have an IA added to the septic systems in order to prevent nitrogen pollution. The entire presentation by environmental partners can be seen on BourneTV.com. The Pocasset Water Quality Coalition's annual meeting can also be seen on BourneTV.com, as well as Bourne TV's YouTube channel and on the PocassetWaterQuality.org website. Another means of reducing damaging nitrogen is to ban fertilizers used on lawns. The Select Board in Orleans is following what Nantucket just did. They voted to write a home rule petition, an act prohibiting the application of fertilizer in Orleans except on farms. Orleans residents will vote on the ban at their fall town meeting. Barnstable County has a food rescue program. Already active in Hyannis, they now wish to promote food rescue efforts on a larger scale. Barnstable County's Cape Cod Cooperative Extension and the National Food Recovery nonprofit Food Rescue US are working together to reduce food waste and encourage donations of excess harvests to provide to food pantries and social service organizations in the region. The partnership's goal is to reduce both hunger and food waste by rescuing excess food from restaurants, hotels, farms, markets, and other local businesses and divert it to organizations who are able to distribute to those most in need. Are you a local food provider who would like to ensure their excess food goes to those who need it most instead of the landfill? The Food Rescue Program can help arrange that. Are you interested in becoming a food rescuer who volunteers by picking up unwanted food and delivering it to organizations in your area who can use it? To be a food donor or a food rescuer, contact Andrea Marzelli at andreamarzelli@barnstablecounty.org or give her a call at 508-375-6944. Here's what's happening downtown. Oxford Development Group has plans for a two-building canal-side complex off Main Street at 2 Kendall Ray Place. The proposed 170-unit structure is called Crossings at the Canal. Planning Board Chair Don Doucette said the plans are significant and were revised to move the proposed 170 units from directly next to the Canal Service Road closer to Kendall Ray Place. It will be located next to the Hampton Inn and across from the long-suffering, incomplete Calamar Apartments. Here's an update on services. Water districts are advising residents to comply with voluntary water restrictions. Bourne's Residential Recycling Center is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. until September 12th, when they go to their off-season schedule of Wednesday through Monday, 7 to 3, closed on Tuesdays. Please don't bag your recycling. Dump the recycling out of the bag so it's loose in the blue-lidded barrel and put your barrels 2 feet apart at the curb. Clean and rinse out cans and bottles before putting them in the recycling barrel. iSwim now has a residential food waste collection program. Beginning on August 1st, residents and property owners who have a sticker to access the residential recycling center on MacArthur Boulevard will be able to bring food waste and scraps that will be collected in separate carts and located by the guard shack. For more information, check out the iSwim page on townofbourne.com. Residents and businesses in Massachusetts dispose of approximately 230,000 tons of textiles annually. About 95% of this material could be reused or recycled instead of thrown away. This fall, Massachusetts will enact a new law banning all clothing and textiles from the landfill. Textiles can be recycled, so please put clean bagged clothing and textiles such as blankets, towels, curtains, etc. in one of the drop boxes located in the parking lots of the Bourne Public Schools. These donations benefit the Bourne PTA. The St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Shop also accepts donations, and they are located at 5 Armory Road in the Knights of Columbus building in Buzzards Bay. For more information, you can call them at 508-759-7171 or find them on Facebook. There's also Salvation Army and Planet Aid drop boxes throughout the town. 988 is the new federal 3-digit crisis helpline. They provide 24/7 free and confidential support to people in suicidal crisis or emotional distress. The Lifeline helps thousands of people overcome crisis situations every day. Locally, you can call the Samaritans of Cape Cod at 508-548-8900 or call Bay Cove's Cape Cod Behavioral Health Urgent Care Line at 833-229-2683. Based in Hyannis, Bay Cove provides 24/7 urgent and emergency behavioral health services to individuals of all ages throughout all of Cape Cod. As the cost of food rises, the Bourne Food Pantry becomes even more vital to our community. Bourne Newcomers and Neighbors Community Group is having a food drive from Friday, September 16th to Monday, September 18th. The drive focuses on crackers, cookies, pretzels, and snack-sized packaged nuts, but any non-perishable food item is appreciated. You can find drop boxes located at 3 Russell Road in Gray Gables, 109 Valley Bars Road, and 6 Oak Ridge Drive. If you're in need of Meals on Wheels, or if you can volunteer to deliver meals, please call Elder Services of Cape Cod, 508-394-4630. The Council on Aging, located in the Bourne Community Building, 239 Main Street, offers a variety of programs to those 60 and older. The Bourne Council on Aging is pleased to announce the promotion of Carrie Finney to Assistant Director Outreach Coordinator. Carrie has been with the town of Bourne since 2006. Congratulations, Carrie. A Veterans Coffee Hour is offered the second Wednesday of the month, so this month the meeting will be held on September 14th at 9 a.m. You can meet with Veterans Agent Guy Gottschalk and Outreach Coordinator Carrie Finney. Call COA office to register. Men's Fitness is a 6-week free program with Nikki Courtney of the VNA of Cape Cod and the Islands. Call 508-957-7473. A vintage car slideshow with Therapy Gardens will be held on Thursday, September 29th at 1:30 p.m. and includes a root beer float. Call the COA to register. Skin cancer screening will be held on September 22nd at 9 to 11, and a bone density clinic will be held on October 5th, 9:30 to 11:30. Call the VNA of Cape Cod to register for these programs, 508-957-7423. Tax work-off sign-up will be held on September 27th, September 29th, and October 5th. You must schedule an appointment during one of these times. There are no exceptions. Call 508-759-0600, extension 5300 to register. You can volunteer your time and talents for a town department and earn up to a $500 credit towards your real estate taxes. Applicants must be 60 years of age and have proof of residency. Pathways Through Grief with Beacon Hospice is a 6-week support group to meet on Thursdays, beginning September 22nd through October 27th. Call Vicki at 508-747-7222 to register. Check out our new Team Trivia, a new program at the Council on Aging on Thursday, September 15th at 1:30. Call the COA to register. A ribbon cutting ceremony at the new Friends of the Bourne Council on Aging and their Friends Food Pantry, located at 121 Main Street, will be held on September 12th at 11 a.m. The food pantry will move to their new downtown location from their former Pocasset location. There's lots more programming at the Council on Aging. Check out their newsletter online at townofbourne.com. Click on Council on Aging Department and then select Newsletter from the menu on the left. Or stop by and visit them at their community building location, 239 Main Street. Here's what's happening at the library. Town Administrator Marlene McCullum attended the August meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Bourne Public Library. As a full disclosure, I am also a library trustee. She shared the status of the engineering assessment of the library building envelope. The engineering firm Gale Associates of Weymouth is expected to submit their findings and a proposal of work shortly. Ms. McCullum will work with Gale Associates to create a scope of work and proposal of the needs and expectations from a future contractor. In addition, leak testing of the building will be performed to determine the source or sources of water infiltration. These findings will aid in determining the whole scope and cost of the work needed to the library building. Ms. McCullum added that CPC funds will be used to pay for the Gale Associates work. Then we will have to determine if there is a need to prepare a capital request for the fall town meeting. The library will hold a Zoom event on September 8th called Alice's Ordinary People, a documentary film about Alice Triguet, a woman who refused to stand still for injustice. Registration is required. Call the library 508-759-0600. Well, it's the fall book sale for the library. Drop off books in good condition on September 24th from 10 a.m. to noon in the library parking lot. The book sale will be held on October 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., also in the parking lot. This is a big fundraiser for the library and funds many of the programs in the upcoming year. Are you wondering how silk scarves are made? Try your hand at making one yourself. On September 10th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., it's Dying to Wear It, a silk scarf workshop. This is an interactive workshop where participants will create a beautiful and versatile piece of wearable art. Classes are infused with storytelling by the artists filled with the textile history from the region and around the world and how this history intersects with our shared American culture. On September 15th from 6:30 to 7:30, an in-person author talk by Janice Robinson Daly called The Unlocked Path. Janice Robinson Daly, who graciously hosted the library's virtual book clubs during COVID, just published her historical fiction novel. She will discuss how the story took hold while researching her own family tree. From Ancestry.com to Philadelphia's Women's Medical College to a finished product of a debut novel about a determined young woman who defied odds and became a doctor in 1897. Registration is required. There's lots of programs for children at the library. The program Babies and Books is a 10-week sessions beginning on September 12th, 9:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. Join Miss Annie for stories, songs, and play just for infants, birth to walking, along with their parent or caregiver. You can register once for all 10 sessions. Toddler Hop, Skip, and Read also offers a 10-week session on Mondays beginning September 12th from 10:15 to 11:15 a.m. and also on Tuesdays from 9 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. Join Miss Annie on the library lawn for stories, songs, and play, just for toddlers 15 months to 3 years, along with their parent or caregiver. You can also register for all 10 sessions at once. Preschool Story Time, another 10-week session program. Join Miss Annie on the library lawn for stories, songs, and play just for kids 3 to 6 years old, along with their parent or caregiver. 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. on Tuesdays. Registration for these programs begins on September 1st, so contact Terry Johnson, 508-759-0600, or send her an email, tjohnson@bournelibrary.org. Well, here are some beautiful photos taken by area photographers showing the beauty that surrounds us. Here's an update on COVID-19. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommend that teenagers and adults get updated booster shots from Pfizer or Moderna. The shots, also known as bivalent vaccines, are designed to target both the original coronavirus strain and the currently circulating Omicron subvariants BA4 and BA5. A spokesperson for the Department of Health and Human Services said people likely won't start getting updated boosters until after Labor Day. After that, appointment availability is expected to ramp up over several days, with appointments becoming more broadly available in a few weeks, a senior official said. People will be able to search for the closest sites offering the updated boosters at vaccines.gov. Checking this site, I saw that Walgreens has appointments available for the updated booster shots after September 7th. Heads up about the at-home COVID test kits. All the test kits have an expiration date, but don't throw them away yet because the FDA has extended the use-by date on many kits. You can check out the new extended expiration dates for each brand of test kits by visiting fda.gov and searching for COVID test kits. On August 27th, the state's 2-week positivity rate is reported to be 7.88%, down from 8.09% at the end of July. Barnstable County has a 14-day positivity rate of 8.77%, and that was down from 9.95% at the end of July. Bourne's positivity rate for the last 2 weeks in August is 7.89%. Well, the kids are back to school and no masks or testing is required at Bourne Public Schools, and it seems like things are pretty well back to normal for the start of the school year. If you are at risk for serious illness from COVID-19 due to an underlying condition, Paxlovid is an oral antiviral pill that can be taken at home to help keep high-risk patients from getting so sick that they need to be hospitalized. Here's a look at the calendar with some upcoming local events. On September 10th, it's the annual Antique Auto Show at the Katomet Schoolhouse. Enjoy food truck food, dancing, and a variety of antique vehicles as you stroll around this lovely property. Located at 1200 County Road. The rain date is September 11th. The Atuxet Garden Club will hold its first meeting of the year on September 12th. The event will be held outdoors at Atuxet, located at 6 Atuxet Road in Bourne. On September 17th, it's a Wampanoag Experience powwow at the Bend Farm in Dartmouth from 10 to 5. The 13th Annual Sandwich Fest will be held on October 1st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Hoxie House and all along Route 130. Kind Heart for Kids is having its second annual Cape Cod Kindness Festival, October 8th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at beautiful Buzzards Bay Park. Enjoy kids-owned kindness crafts and activities. Kind Heart mascots Courage and Dreams will be there along with Stephanie Viva from 102.3 FM. There'll be food trucks and animals. John the Evangelist Women's Guild is having a rummage sale on Saturday, October 1st and Sunday, October 2nd from 9 a.m. to noon. If you have clothing you'd like to donate, drop off good, clean clothing on Friday, September 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. at 841 Shore Road in Pecasset. The Bourne Cultural Council is accepting grant applications until October 17th. If you have questions, you can email them at bournemaculturalcouncil@gmail.com. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up to date with what's happening in Bourne. Go to youtube.com and search for Bourne Community TV. Please support programming at Bourne TV by becoming a member. Visit bournetv.com and click on membership. Well, thanks so much for watching this episode of the Bourne Review, and I'll see you next time.